Hey, shalom, 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 everyone. Welcome to another episode of My Take with Rosh Ya'acob. As you know, on this show on Mondays, we handle newsworthy issues. Got so boggled down with so much breaking news and so much stuff going on that I wanted to talk about. I'm probably going to start incorporating the breaking news throughout the week, except on Shabbat, of course, just so we can, so I don't be boggled down with all this stuff like I am tonight. But I got a lot of stuff for you guys. I've really put some stuff together. I feel like this is going to be an excellent show. My stuff was lagging a little bit, which kind of started a little weird. But I'm not going to let any of that weirdness stop me. We're going to keep it rolling. Because I got a lot of stuff to get to. So I'm not going to take too much time going through this. As you guys see, we're definitely going to be dealing with this protest situation where they was protesting Trump. So we're going to really be getting into this to see what's going on with this. So I hope you guys are ready to buckle down. For those of y'all who don't know me, my name is Rosh Ya'acob ben Avraham. I'm the Rabbi at Gethsemane Spiritual Temple Congregation. And on this show, we discuss all kind of issues. And the bottom line, we all base everything off of Torah. Tonight, we're just going to cover some different things for those of y'all who didn't get to see what was going on with the protests, because it seemed like it was blacked out of the news for the mainstream media. Most of the stuff that I heard about online. From online sources, didn't really hear much from mainstream. Maybe you all got a different account of that. Maybe y'all did hear something on mainstream where they talked about the protests a lot. Or maybe they just mentioned it here and there but didn't really get into it. You can let me know down below in the comments. Just let me know in the comments. Or if you're on here now and you want to say something about it, you can say something about it now. Whatever the case may be. But I'm not going to try to hold you guys long because I know we got a lot to cover. Just want to give a shout out to the AOC. The AOC is definitely in the building. Stand up for the AOC is in the building. Definitely got the fresh gear on as always. Just want to thank our brother Alex for all the things that he's doing. He's doing big things. Just want to thank him for continuing to help spread Torah knowledge. I got his information in the description below so you guys can hit him up. To be able to buy something from him because he's supporting Torah knowledge. So please, please, please support him. Also, another thing, I got our people, the SGG in the building with Simply Gorgeous Glow. Got the beard soap and of course my favorite joint, the beard buttercream. This joint is fire. I'm telling you, it will hook your beard up. It hooks my beard up every time I run out. And my sister Linda can tell you, every time I run out, I'll be like, sis, I need it. Shoot. I even came to the shop one day and said, look, I gotta get it. Like, sirs, I can't wait for you to send my order over. I need it now. So the stuff is really, really great. And I got all her stuff in the description below if you want to contact her. And again, she's supporting Torah knowledge. She's getting the information out there. She's striving to make sure that this word gets spread. And that's what it's all about. So definitely give them the big up for helping me and doing all the things they're doing for me to help me get this on and to get this further along. Really give all the big ups for that. And without further ado, I'm just going to play my boy Alex video for his commercial for the Art of Clothing. Hey, shalom. Welcome back. We're going to get right into this. I want to first start off with our breaking news before we get in our coverage of the protest, so we can see all the stuff that's going on with that. I think y'all gonna find this protest interesting. For those of y'all ever been to protest before, this is not like any protest I ever seen in my life. And I was just like, this a protest? But y'all, let's see what we see when we look at it. But anyway, before we get into that, I want to go and get into our breaking news. So just got one story for our breaking news tonight. Like I said, I'm going to break it down. So I'm going to touch this one story for the breaking news. I feel like it'll fall in line. And on Wednesday, we'll touch the next story. All right, so this is our breaking news. All right, our breaking news tonight comes from none other than our very own Dr. Richey. Dr. Richey found this thing that happened in France, and it looked like it happened a while ago, but this is my first time actually seeing it. Sister sent this to me and was like, you need to put this on your show. And I was like, okay. Let's check it out. And I looked at it, I said, you know what? You are right, Akoti. I definitely got to put this on the show. So we're going to go ahead and put it on. This is Dr. Richey. And I want y'all to see what happened. This is over in France. And apparently, this white man is going to try to attack this sister. And we're going to see what happens as he attempts to attack this sister. So let's check this out. Hold on. I have it muted. I'm like, why we can't hear Dr. Richey? All right, here we go. I might gotta turn it up too, because for some reason Facebook be low.
Can I say consequences and repercussions? So this happened. All right, I did not tell my producers this. Go ahead and get that video queued back up for me.
Now, that was crazy. But yo, F-A and F-O. Now you learned the new saying. Yo messed around and found out. He messed around and found out. I bet he won't do nothing like that no more. He thought it was sweet. And Shorty showed him like, no, it's better. It's not sweet, it's bitter. I'm gonna let Dr. Richey do his thing real quick.
I do not condone violence.
No.
I do condone self-defense. All right, I want to see the video one more time. Something I'm trying to see. Let me see.
Now, this was the thing that got me, is the guy's recording this, right? There's no special effects or sound effects, right? That's really him hitting this girl in her ribs like that. I mean, he's hammering her. But she's going to use her legs to get him up off of her. And then, yeah. Boom. Right? And the people videotaping, they just was enjoying him wailing on him. Now, he down. Now they like, why she punish him? Like, so they just looking to agitate whatever's going on. And then when they see their boy about to die, because luckily they got her away, because she could have stomped his head to the ground. He would a couple of more stomps, he would have been gone away from here. A couple of more stomps, and dude would have been gone away from here. Watch. Watch it. Couple more stomps, it was over.
Y'all know my go-to rap line. You know what it is. You got an alligator mouth with a hummingbird ass. Your mouth writing checks that your ass can't cash.
There you go.
Let's put up the graphic here. Screenshot. Full throttle. Whoa, look at this.
Yeah, she picked them up. Once she came up with
it
her
was
legs,
in this moment.
Yeah.
He knew.
He knew.
He effed up.
It was at that moment he knew. Boy.
Anti-blackness may seem to be an American problem, but it is in fact global.
Yes, it is global. It is global. We catch it everywhere. And she lifted that dude up in the air. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Young black woman turns the tables on a white man who assaulted her first. We're assuming this took place somewhere in France, but have not been able to confirm it conclusively. We just know the Twitter post we're sourcing was dated October 31st, 2022. Let me tell you why that's important. If it did indeed take place in France, and if it is fairly,
like, that's crazy, because I don't even remember hearing or seeing anything about this. So apparently this post started going viral, right? And as it's going viral, you know, it gets sent out, and Dr. Richey and them, of course, jumped on it. And of course, when my sister sent the TV and said, hey, you need to put this on your show, I jumped on it. So here we go.
Recent, it is worth noting the historical significance of yesterday, November 1st. That was when the Algerian War, also known as the Algerian Revolution or the Algerian War of Independence, and sometimes in Algeria as the War of 1 November, was fought between France and the Algerian National Liberation Front. This was from 1954 to 1962, which led to Algeria winning its independence from France. Could be a possible motive for the unwarranted attack, okay? The country became sovereign. It was a sovereign nation July 5th after the conflict ended March 19th, 1962, during the 132 years of French rule. Algerians experienced oppression, bigotry, and poverty to the point where they were treated as second-class citizens. In response to being colonized and occupied by the French, they began fighting for independence under the banner of Front de Liberation Nationale in 1954. All right, you know, that happened. And here's the thing, what's so just insane, in addition to what you saw, the guy literally thought he was just gonna walk up to a woman and just beat her up. Just, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna beat you up.
That was the wrong
and
sister.
she as we would say on Glenwood Road, had them hands.
Yes, she did. She had them hands.
All right, AB, thoughts here.
What they say, the more you mess around, the more you gonna find out.
Yes,
That's right.
I don't condone violence either, but she did that one for the ancestors. So kudos to you, sis. Thank you for holding it down one time for the one time.
Yeah.
One time for the one time.
Can I say
one time for the one time.
Is that you, baby? Pardon me? I know that.
Yeah, they got Martin on. Don't mind that. We getting off of that. Anyway, I had to get out of that. Oh, goodness. Anyway. Yeah, just wanted to put that out there about what happened.
The world is in shock right now after.
Yeah. Anyway. So let's go ahead and see this. Let's get into what happened in April. We're going to go through all the stuff that happened in April. Well, not all the stuff that happened. We're going to go through the protests, what happened on Saturday. On Shabbat. Right? So you know those of us that keep Shabbat. We was on Shabbat. We definitely wasn't going to be out there. You try to have something on the Shabbat. But yeah, they was on the Shabbat. And it was called the Hands Off Protest. That's what it was called. The Hands Off Protest. This is one of the only news outlets that I seen that looked like they only was showing it online. Because I didn't hear about this on the news at all. I don't know if you all heard about it on the news. But once I started hearing about it, it was the next day. And it was online because I didn't even look that night to see nothing. I was totally unbothered. And next thing I know, I turned on, started turning on TikTok and other stuff, and it just was here. It was here to stay. And I was like, wow, they are going in, right? And it was just like, it was a crazy moment. It was a crazy moment. So that's where we at with it. But I'm going to go ahead and get us started. I want to check this out real quick as they tell us about this Hands Off protest.
Right now at 6, Hands Off 2025. Protesters across the country and right here in Massachusetts taking to the streets of Boston protesting against the Trump administration as well as Elon Musk, their policies and recent government cuts. Good evening, I'm Darren Botello. Tens of thousands of people showing up for the march today in Boston. The popular rock band Dropkick Murphys also playing a set for the attendees. And we've got team coverage tonight on this big event. We start with our mayor.
So you heard that? A rock band is performing for them while they protest. Y'all ever seen a protest like that before? Like when they had a concert there? I never seen a protest like that. Where was a concert there? I heard the people chanting and singing and chanting and singing, right? But not actually got a band there playing music, got the guitar and all that stuff. Are you serious right now? Like I was in shock, but let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. Let's keep watching. This ain't like our protest. Let's keep watching.
Mary Marcos, she joins us live from the Common with more on the protesters. And Mary, what did they have to say?
Well, Darren, this has to be one of the biggest protests I've ever covered. People came out for a range of issues in the country they say they hardly recognize.
After a rallying cry surrounding the bandstand.
We, the people, means everyone.
Okay,
More
there
than
go a sister. She
10,000
might be a
people marched from the
politician, though.
Boston Common to City Hall Plaza Saturday to send the Trump administration a
In
message.
the crowd,
Ordinary
you don't see
America
no,
doesn't think this is okay. They want hands off.
The people united.
This, one of more than 1,300 hands-off protests across all 50 states, demanding an end to what organizers call tyranny.
So what I want you guys to do, the same thing I'm doing. Scan these crowds, because I really was trying to see how many black people do you see? I literally don't see nobody black. Only time I actually see black people is when they themselves is like, I'm here, had the phone up, like, I'm here, y'all. It's me, I'm here, right? Let me show you how they look. This is how they look. They was like this. I'm here, yeah, y'all know we weren't going to do it. And I was like, are you serious? Other than that, you don't see nobody black. I'm sorry, unless it's a politician or somebody that's running for office. Other than that, they not there. But hold on, I just spoke. Here go one. There's one brother right here. All right here. Let's see.
And fascism.
We want to see
This
if
is
we
our
can
Boston
spy
Tea Party for this generation.
As our government is being pulled apart, we want to fight for it.
If we don't get it.
The values they're fighting to resurrect, written on tombstones at Boston's third oldest cemetery. Here lies free speech, social security, international alliances, cancer research, the global economy, due process, the Constitution, checks and balances, reproductive rights, climate science, trans rights, and education for all.
Well, I'm living in a time where my daughter is approaching less rights than I had. And
okay, they're going to never sister. So far, I see two. They're going to never sister.
it's just a very scary time.
It's absolutely insane. I'm 26. I'm tired of living through historical events.
Okay.
It's exhausting.
Okay.
Despite deep concerns for their country, people are finding comfort in community.
I'm really, really proud of our Massachusetts family. I don't think that there would be anywhere else that I would rather.
So far, we see it's a lot of people. It is a lot of people. That's just in Boston, right? It's a lot of people. But so far, we've seen at least 3 black people in Boston out of the sea of everybody else. Let's see what happens.
There be.
Now, organizers say millions of people turned out at protests just like this one all across the country, and what they believe to be the biggest since Trump took office a little over 2 months ago. Live in Boston, Mary Marcos, NBC10 Boston.
All right, so I got the description for this video in the I got the link for this video in the description below if you want to watch it in its entirety. I don't want to hold y'all too long with this. Just want to show the basic coverage of what was going on and what was happening before we start delving a little deeper. Also, I want y'all to think about this, right? I want y'all to think about this. This is an overall thing. Do you really think this matters to Trump? Do you really think President Trump is like, oh my goodness, America's angry? Maybe I need to do X, Y, Z. Do you really think that that's on his mind? All these people that's out in the street. Just a thought. Just a thought. All right, so now we're going to get to our next one. So that was our news coverage story. I really meant for it to be in a breaking news, but I broke out in a breaking news because it started messing up. I don't know why Facebook does that. But anyway, I'm not going to let any of those crazy things stop me from doing what we got to do. Now we're going to take it over to our TikTok. So our TikTok people in the building. And this brother right here is going to help us break it down even more. He's called The One You Seem to Hate. That's what his name is. That's what his handle is. The One You Seem to Hate. So we're going to listen to the one you seem to hate and see what he has to say about
So this is your Hands Off 2025 protest going on. And this is New York. And New York is standing up. They standing strong. They out there deep as hell.
Look at all of those
deep.
people. Wow.
Sheesh.
Yes.
They protesting deep in Washington as well. I mean, the Hands Off protest seems to be a success.
Yes, it is.
Everybody is out there. Everybody is out there standing for what they truly believe in. And these protests are still going on as I speak. But what I have noticed from viewing all these different protests, not too many minorities are out there. I see a lot of people chose to stay at home. A lot of people decided to sit.
Now, when he said minorities, he means FBA ADOS. That's what he's talking about, right? And he's also talking about other black people as well. Other black people sat their butts down too, but we've seen it was some that was out there. So it wasn't all of them, but it was some that was out there. Just want to make that be known because I don't want to gaslight you like, I ain't seen none of them. We just seen 3 of them just now.
Sit their ass down for this one, which I totally understand because I am one of them. Who knows how long these protests are going to go on? Some states it's raining, but they still out there with umbrellas and all. Stand up for what you believe in, America. So this is your...
So that's crazy. He said some of them still out there. Still out there. Imagine that. Imagine you still out there while it's raining and all that protesting. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. All right, so we got that right. So now we're going to move to our next joint. Keep it moving right along, moving right along. And again, if you are new to this channel and you like the stuff that we're dealing with, please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. Right? So I want to point out something to you all. So this is the next thing we're going to look at. And we're looking at this because some people might believe it wasn't really no violence or anything. It ain't really nothing crazy happened, right? There was some things, right? It wasn't what it would have been if we'd have been out there. If we'd have been out there, it would have been, yeah, you guys know. So it wasn't what would happen if we'd have been out there, but let's check out what's going to be going on. Let's check this out. All right, so let me rewind this for you guys. Oh, first let me unmute it. Now, this is a Trump supporter. He's there in the midst of them trying to stir up stuff like, yeah, I'm for Trump. Yeah. Care nothing about y'all, right? And the people are getting revved up. They're going to be coming to his truck like they ready to fight. And you see the police in his car chilling. But you know, normally we out there be a line of police right against you like they ready to battle. It'd be like you and the police, y'all face to face. But you don't see that happening now. It's like these people are everywhere. The police just in the car chilling. Police not even out there. Police is literally, let me see if I can rewind it back. Police is in the car right now. The police is in the car chilling. Now the police gonna come, and you gonna see the police is gonna come and escort him and make sure this guy can get out of the chaos. Watch for the police come. Just directing traffic. That's what the police is doing. The police was directing the traffic. He made sure the people got back on the sidewalk so the guy can ride through and all that. And that was it. Yeah, but it ain't like how it normally be when we be out there. Be we gonna call it National Guard. We gotta get you guys off the streets. Get out of here. Clear the block. All that kind of stuff. You don't see none of that stuff happening, right? None of that's happening. None of that's happening. I just want y'all to keep that in mind, that none of that is happening. None of that's happening. None of that's happening. Now this is the one that's going to really get you. This one right here is going to get you. I want y'all to see this one. See this guy right there? You see what he got in his hand? This is a Trump supporter. So Trump supporters did come out. He's going to walk up to the crowd and get in the altercation. Then when he gets hit, he going to go to the car and get his gun, ready to shoot somebody. Ready to shoot somebody. Think about this one. And think about how worse it would have been if it had been us, right? Think about this one. I want y'all to check this out. Let me rewind it. What's up? See, that's where the interaction happened. You see, it's two white guys that's fighting, and one white guy hit him in his nose. And then he automatically gonna go to the car and come back with the gun. Watch this. What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody that way! 911! 911! So he was ready. Think about that. For him to be able to come right out the car with that gun, he was ready for trouble. He was looking for something to happen. You're not just gonna pop out your car with an automatic weapon. You got an automatic assault weapon and just pop out the car and tell us some 911.
911! 911! 911! You jumped out of your car because you're walking traffic. No, he's gonna take off. He's gonna try to go.
So now he's trying to chase the guy down. The same guy he got into an altercation with that hit him. He went to the car. He got the gun. He came back. And now this guy, of course the guy gonna run. You got an automatic weapon. Why would he stand there when you can easily shoot him? But they tell me he's gonna run off. He go running behind him. Now we don't know if it's real, but I don't think he'd be out there playing with a fake gun. And now his wife is on the phone calling the police, and everybody trying to explain it. You started this, sir. Sir, you started this. So that was some of the crazy stuff. So it did have some crazy moments. I know some people was talking about it wasn't no violence there. This, that, it was some crazy moments, right? let me let y'all see what happened to her. Hold on. Let me go back. So it says, man with gun threatened protesters at Lafayette anti-Trump rally. Police said man was defending himself. So the police said the man was defending himself, right? Then it goes and it gives us another angle with the guy and what happens. So let's see this other angle. And again, let me open it up. I want to try to open this other angle up and see if we can open it up. Let me see. All right, hold on. This is too. Hold on. Let me switch to the other screen. This is kind of big. Now look at this. Now I'm going to rewind it back. I'm going to click on the sound and rewind it back. So we going to see. Because they said, sir, you jumped out the car and started it. Let's see if he jumped out the car and started it. So he didn't even hit him. He headbutted him. So apparently it was getting each other face, talking about protect the Constitution and everything was high. The spirits was high. And then he reached in and headbutted him to make sure he headbutted him.
Let's go! Let's go!
Where's the police?
Wow.
We'll go call 911.
You are blocking the traffic. I'm trying to triple my... Get out of here!
Deplatform fascist! Deplatform fascist! Deplatform fascist! Deplatform fascist! Deplatform fascist!
So yeah, so that was probably one of the craziest things that happened. It was a video where a guy slapped his wife. They had that blocked, so I wasn't even going to try to show that on YouTube because they would have blocked it. They had that straight blocked, like, oh, this is dangerous. But this guy's crazy. Like, as we see, they called the police on him, right? But the police gonna come and sort of like help him out and say he was defending himself. Yeah. So that's about one of the craziest things that happened. Now this is another thing, so I want us to check this out. This is another thing I want us to check out. Cause they got dressed up in costumes. Like, they really got dressed up in costumes. I want you to see this.
I airbrushed it, I designed it, I do my own makeup, everything.
I have no words. This is absolutely unbelievable. You're so very talented.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It is talented. Like, it sort of remind me of Comic-Con. Or what's that other one called? Comic-Con, and it's the other one, the video game one. I can't think of it as now, what it's called now. But that's sort of what it reminds me of. Like, she's cosplaying. Like, and I'm like, okay, I guess you can do that at a protest. I guess you can get to express yourself artistically. You know, I'm like, okay, I see you. Now I want y'all to see something else. Look at this one. Now look at this one. This one was crazy to me. Look at this one.
Can't make it out alive if we can't make it through.
You know what? I had to mute it because I thought about it. I said they gonna be like, oh, it's playing music. But look at this. Like, this is crazy to me. Like, she's supposed to have Trump as a dog on a leash. And I don't understand the other concept of who the person is. That supposed to be Elon Musk holding a flag? I'm confused. It's very artistic, right? But again, at a protest, I don't. Have y'all ever seen stuff like this at a protest? Do you feel like this is protest worthy? This sort of reminds me of a parade more than a protest. It's like a parade. You got the people, they walking. So people probably on the sidelines watching, eating snacks. Like, you might be like, you exaggerating. Am I? I want y'all to tell me. Am I exaggerating? Look at this. Look at this. Alright, again, I'm gonna mute the music because I don't want them to do anything because of the music. But look at this. Like, what's happening right there? So we got the devil, and President Trump is supposed to be shining his shoes. And then we got a sheik. And the sheik and Trump are both rubbing and loving the devil. And then he's giving them the Israeli flag to the devil. And then he about to take the American flag and I guess shine his feet with it. So is he trying to say he sold out to the devil? I don't understand this one. This is kind of weird to me. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all do. They rubbing the ball in his head. This is weird. Like, again, it's like Comic-Con. It's like oh man, when I think of the name of that other one, and it's normally in Boston. But it's almost like they went somewhere to cosplay. It's like, what about this is protest? Like, what's the... I don't get it. Like, y'all tell me. Like, hold on. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, watch this one. Watch this one. This is on TikTok. Let me change my camera lens. That's on TikTok. Watch this one. Y'all gonna trip off of this one. Watch this one. And again, it seemed like a parade. Look at this. What's this?
Drag his ass out of Washington! Drag his ass out of Washington!
And I'm just like, I never seen a protest like this. When the people say get your popcorn and sit back and enjoy it, I was like, how you sit back and enjoy your protest? But this is sort of entertaining right now. Like, I want to see the next. I was looking like, what's the next exciting exhibit that's going to walk through? in the protest. That's why I said it was more like a parade. Like, I really did. I want to see what's going to happen next, right? That's what was going on in my mind. Like, what's going to happen next in the protest? And look what happens next in the protest. I said, what's going to happen next in the protest? Well, why not in New York? They going to be partying in the protest. They going to be partying at the protest. Oh, y'all can't see it. Why does they keep doing it? It's messing me up. Now, they going to party at the protest. Watch this. So you see they was jamming? It was a little vibe to it. Look. I was like, okay, bump Donald Trump. That's how they feel, right? Now, my sister right here is going to sum up what I was thinking about. Because I was like, I never seen a protest like this. I never seen a protest like this. Y'all say protests like that? I never seen a protest like this before. So watch our sister right here. Watch what she says about this protest.
After attending a protest yesterday, a white woman on Threads, before you drop down in the comments and ask me, why are you bringing up race? Race is important to the context of this video. Stay focused. Let's focus in here. This white woman, after attending the protest, hopped on Threads yesterday and said that there needs to be more child-friendly activities at the protest and suggested perhaps a bouncy house. And she has been...
Here was happening. That's why I said this was more like a carnival, like a parade. Like, they jamming, they got music, they all like, hey, hit the Lord. Like, what is happening right now, right? And she like, the lady said they need a bouncy gym. They need a bouncy gym for the kids at the protests. Like, she trying to come up with fun activities for the kids at the protests. They not like us. I ain't never seen a protest like that in my life.
Been called out by several black women about how insane and tone deaf that request is.
No, black women, don't call her out. Y'all don't understand. Y'all wasn't at the protest. Y'all was home. Sit your blood down. Y'all was home chilling. Y'all wasn't at the protest, so y'all don't understand. She at the protest. At the protest, they eating hot dogs. They got sodas and snacks. They jamming. A band going to be performing for them. People doing cosplay. They got sign-making tents and all this kind of stuff going on there. Their protest is not like yours, black women. So y'all like, what you mean had kids at the protest? Well, y'all going up, but y'all wasn't at that protest, so y'all don't understand.
A white activist, YouTuber, Keith Edwards, is now dragging these black women in defense of this white woman who requested a bouncy house and child-friendly activities at protests. And this lets me know two things that I've long suspected from my observations of a lot of these protests that have been happening. One, I haven't been seeing a lot of us out there. Shout out to us. Shout out to us. And two, the energy at these protests are vastly different from the Black Lives Matter protest from 4 or 5 years ago. Yes. And it shows not just in the energy with which people are showing up in and the response to the feedback some people are getting as a result of these protests. One of my mutuals was on Threads, Evan, if you don't follow him, he's great, Black Academics. He was on Threads sharing advice for people who were attending these protests, and they were all safety measures. You know, make sure to shield your face, make sure your people know where you...
See, he was sharing all that advice to them because he was thinking it's going to be like the protest that we was in, where the police pepper spraying you, they attacking you, all this kind of stuff going on. You on constant alert. That wasn't the kind of protest they had.
You are. Turn off of your phone. A lot of advice centered around the safety of the protesters who are showing up. Meanwhile, this Keith Edwards dude who is dragging these black women and punching down on them for even having the audacity to critique this white woman's response. This man was at the protest live streaming it for YouTube. Face exposed. No danger of safety. No threat of safety. This is entertainment for him.
Yes. They was enjoying themselves.
A couple of years ago, I watched a documentary, and it was like interviewing a lot of older black activists and older black people who marched in the civil rights protest or participated in several different organizations. And something that they said will always stand out to me, that when they were going to these protests, they never let their parents know they were going because they knew their parents would fight tooth and nail to get them out of that environment. Their parents knew the risk that was involved with them being there. So to shield their parents from that pain of possibly anything happening to them. Fast forward 50, 60, 70 years, these people are bringing their children to protest, and not only bringing their children to protest, but fear their safety so little that the event is being live streamed for YouTube, and they're requesting child-friendly events at protests.
Because it's not like the protests that we, like you said about our people and the stuff we knew about protests. We knew it was going to be violence at the protest. We knew it was going to be anger, frustration. How dare you black butt try to want anything? Just take what we giving you, so forth and so forth at the protest, right? So we already knew. That didn't happen with them. I just showed y'all several clips. And I'm quite sure it's more. I got so much stuff I couldn't even put all of it. I normally like to credit everybody I get a clip from. But most of these clips came from Threads, and Threads address, web address for their stuff that they share is so long that it wouldn't even let me share it. I had to literally go through and pick stuff out just so I could share it. I supposed to have been came on. I was really shooting for 11 o'clock. But I was sitting there trying to figure out, because I hate not being able to share all the stuff that people gave. I said, I'm probably just going to just go through and just gradually put their stuff in a comment section. So people, if you want to know who these guys are, you be able to follow them in the comments, because it would not let me put it in the description for YouTube. YouTube only gives you a certain amount of characters. And I got so many videos. I'm not even halfway through yet. So big up to our sister. I'm going to let her finish up.
Yes. These leftist house cats, not only are they never beating the allegations, a lot of y'all are unserious. My black people, please rest. Please rest. Or maybe now is the time to show up to these protests, since clearly there's no danger. We're doing...
Hey, it might be time to come to the protest. You can bring the chicken, bring the burgers and the rolls. These protesters are like parties. I was looking like, what in the world? Y'all think I'm playing? What? Watch the next video.
Doing arts and crafts. We're doing bracelet making at the table over.
Yes, they was bracelet making. They was doing arts and crafts. They was doing all of that at the protest. What kind of protest is that? What kind of protest is that? Like, seriously, what kind of... They had arts and crafts. They was making signs and all this stuff at the protest. People coming with designs or cosplay at the protest. The police in the car chilling because they not even worried about nothing at this point. Like, hey, we chilling. Go ahead, guys, enjoy yourselves. It was one clip. I didn't even get to share that clip. It was a clip where the police, it might be on, it might still be on it, but I don't think I shared it on this. It's a clip where the police is actually saying, yeah, it should be good for you guys to be able to enjoy yourselves at the protest. The weather should be good for y'all to be able to enjoy yourselves at the protest. I said, did the police say so they can enjoy themselves at the protest? What in the world kind of mess is this? Like, I couldn't believe what I was saying.
We're there at 11 o'clock, you know, sign making at noon. Like, what are we talking about here? I can't.
She is definitely right with that. She is right with that. She is right. She right. Now watch this. Watch this. Y'all think I'm playing. You see them? They jamming. Hold on. I'm going to switch the screen. I want you to be able to see it. They got the stage set up. You see that right there? This is a band. The band is on the stage. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to make it even bigger. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all think I'm bluffing. I'm going to let y'all see this firsthand. They go to stage setup. They got the band. And I don't think this music will be copywritten, so I probably can let y'all hear this. Watch this.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Oh, workers, can you stand it? Oh, tell me how you can. Will you be a lousy scab or will you be a Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? I don't scout for the boss. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Oh, workers, can you?
Yes. At the protests, they got a band performing. People are eating snacks and chilling with the band at the protest. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is what happens at protests. Y'all tell me. Put it in the comments. Say, you wrong. This happened at protests all the time. I'm confused. I am confused. No, you don't understand. You got it wrong. That's what normally happen at protests. That's what normally. But it look like I'm gonna go past an hour. So I'm going to try not to go past an hour and a half. I really want to be able to show you all these people and the different things. Because y'all see now where it went. So it started off with the typical, okay, we see some violence, da-da-da. And now you see it's moved to this other thing where it's like a party. It's like a social event. Seriously. It is like a social event. Let's see what our sister right here gonna say. This our sister, CosmicAccents. We'll see what she say about this situation.
I keep watching all these videos from the protests, and it's blowing my mind how I haven't seen one single police car. I haven't seen one single police officer in any of these videos or photos. And you might be
now, we've seen them, but they've been chilling. We've seen them so far, but they've been chilling. They've been in a car chilling. They out directing traffic, making sure that people can cross the street and the traffic can go.
might be thinking, well, it's a peaceful protest. Why would police be there? Why do police need to be there? And that's the point. Could you even imagine if there was this many black people in one space? Not even for a protest. It could be for anything. They would be calling the National Guard to break it up. As someone myself who's protested, I've seen people get arrested just for sitting down and taking up space. It's just truly boggling my mind, the privilege, even when it comes to protesting. Which is something I knew, but to see the reality of it is so crazy. Then you got old girl over here talking about, I wish they would have had a bouncy house for the kids because my kid is distracted. Like, baby girl, this is not IKEA. But the next time you see a black person say that they don't want to go out and protest because they don't want martial law to be called, I just want you to think of this protest, which is probably one of the biggest protests in history compared to Black Lives Matter, and the treatment that people got in retaliation because they were protesting for Black Lives Matter.
So yeah, so she said the same thing. Like, the lady was like, hey, I like this. This protested all right for me. Shoot, I need to set up something for the kids. We got to set up something for the churn. All right, so let's see this. Let's rewind this back.
And be counted.
Now, this is Baltimore. This is here. I said, look, we're going to span the crowd here. You're going to see there's none of us out there. Watch this.
As people realize what is happening here, and we need to do it by standing together. This is a moment for every American patriot to stand up and be counted. And I want to thank all of you for being here to do that. Are we going to do that together? Yeah! As people realize what is happening here, and we need to do it by standing together.
All right, let's see. Here go the other video.
Wait for justice.
This still Baltimore.
For the election. Wait for the courts. Wait for justice. But justice does not come from a system that has been sold to the unhinged and corrupt. Wait for the election. Wait for the courts. Wait.
All right, so now, let's see what our sister got to say about this. It's our sister, Kiki. Or their name is Kiki. It's our sister Kiki. Let's see what our sister Kiki has to say about this. All right.
Out of all of the over 1,200 protests we done seen, right? They're saying over a few million people have participated in protests across the nation. Let me just say that out of all of these protests, I have not seen not one person getting tear gassed. I have not seen anybody getting womp womp with the batons. Nope. I have not seen any lines of the SWAT team lined up approaching people that are marching the streets. As a matter of fact, I heard that in Dallas, the police shut down the roads to allow the people to walk over there where the JFK incident happened.
See what I mean? And we see evidence of that where they was holding up traffic. So what is going on here? This is not like the protest that we be at. This is not like that protest.
In the grassy knoll and the depository, yeah, they shut down the streets to allow the protests to continue, to allow the people to walk on down them roads. So when you hear black people saying, the ones who decided to protest in other ways, like protesting by not being on the front lines, remember that this is why. Had it not been majority white people marching, would that have still been the outcome? Nah. Like, serious question. Don't lie, you know the answer. And this is why we said that this wasn't for us. It is okay that some people went. Okay, that's fine. But it is great that majority of...
And I'm glad she acknowledged that, because a lot of people try to make it like none of us went. Some of us went. And like she said, it's okay that some of us went. You know, as long as the majority of us didn't go, that sent the message. But it was okay that some of us went.
Us stayed home and watched TV, while simultaneously...
Or stayed home and kept the Shabbat, which is what we did. We was in service, keeping the Shabbat.
Having already been doing protesting through other avenues. Because y'all act like marching is the only way to protest. Just remember, this is why the outcome would have been very different. And we all know it. And if we're being real, it's not our jobs. It is not our jobs to dismantle white Christian nationalism and white supremacy. We didn't create it, bitch. We did not create it. We don't benefit from it. So it's not our jobs to dismantle. It has to be dismantled from within by the very people that created it and benefit from it inherently. That's them same people marching. As you should. I'm so happy. I'm so happy y'all showed the fuck up while we sat the fuck down. Let me pause.
Oh, man. Now, watch this. Now, this is one of the protesters that was there. Let's hear what he has to say.
Did you know that yesterday's hands-off protests were peaceful, not because black people didn't show up, but because white people did? Hello, I'm Earl from CBU, Crackers Being Useful, and I want to get into this. I've been seeing some stuff about how peaceful the protests were yesterday, and people are correlating that with the fact that most black people stayed at home. If anything, this proves how aggressive the police are with black protesters. There's nothing.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? This proves it exactly. Like, I'm telling you, I never seen nothing like this in my life.
Nothing to do with the protesters that didn't show up. It has everything to do with the protesters that did show up.
Go ahead,
it was
man.
peaceful because white people are treated differently by the police than black people. And another thing I want to add right here at the end,
I like how he added
is
this
I'm
part.
seeing a lot of stuff from white folks talking about how we got to do something because they were raised white trash, they were raised poor, so on and so forth. I want you to stop for a second. If you've been telling yourself this, if you've been telling yourself that you know the black experience because you are white trash or raised poor, I need you to stop equating poverty with black people. Please. Y'all have a good day. Did you know that...
All right, so he said what he said. Now watch this. Watch this. Now, this is what Trump and them had to say about the situation. Trump and them said they believe that all this was paid for and orchestrated. That's why all these people came out.
Has to give, and it's not going to be us. And let's not forget that it is wild that conservatives are saying the 5 million protesters that marched yesterday were paid to be there. I was marching in Atlanta with 30,000 other people. If we were all paid $1 to be there, that's still $30,000. Instead, we all paid to be there. We paid for parking and MARTA. We paid to make signs. We paid for water and snacks to share. We paid with our time, our...
See? They paid for water and snacks. They paid to make signs. They went all out with all these other things, right? She broke it down. I want you to hear what she said. Let me let you hear it again.
Instead, we all paid to be there.
We all paid to be there. How did you pay to be there?
Paid to be there. We paid for parking and MARTA. We paid to be there. We paid for parking and MARTA. We paid to make signs. We paid for water and snacks to share. We paid with
water and snacks to share.
Time, our voices, and our energy, because we are completely exhausted and something has to give. And it's not going to be us. And let's not forget that Elon has admitted to paying supporters, but you couldn't pay me enough money to attend a conservative Nazi rally. The truth of all of this is that this is going to cost us a lot more. Real change requires real sacrifices. History has shown us that the most effective boycotts have been when we boycott our labor. Money talks, and our labor is the source of their profits. It is wild that conservatives are saying...
So she got real with it. But see how she said all those different things? Now watch this, watch this. I want y'all to hear this young lady with this older woman. Watch what she says about her time. And this is one of our sisters that was actually there, and she's going to be showing how she's the only one in the midst of all this, in the midst of this sea. Watch this.
There's my New Yorker cover. I wrapped it in that one. I'd already thrown away that issue.
See how they look at that? I did this with it. Oh yeah, I like how that look. Yeah. I really put a lot into it. Like, what's going on here? Like, they just on the grass chilling. It's like, it reminds me of in Baltimore we have AFRAM and all the people come out and they set up on a park and get everything set up. Like, what is going on right now? What is going on right now? Sounds like, okay. Now watch this. So this is our brother, and he's going to say something, but I'm just going to let y'all watch it.
So I'm looking at the April 5th footage, and I know that there were a lot of videos leading up to it to our community telling us to sit our black behinds down. I'm watching CNN and looking at all of the videos, and when they pan that audience, I ain't seen damn blackface. Assignment understood. I'm proud of us.
Now, he say that, but brother, I'm sorry to spoil the moment, but this brother right here say we out here. Watch this. You just said you ain't seen that blackface. Look at them.
I told y'all we outside.
We outside.
Over 20,000 of us. Now look at that. There's some black folks. There's some black folks out here.
See? What did he say? It's some black folks out there because he knew that the assignment, the word went out for black people not to come. So he said, no, he showed up. Now watch how bold he gonna be. He want us to know he came. Watch this.
I told y'all we outside. We outside. Over 20,000 of us. Now look at that. There's some black folks. There's some black folks out here. They said we don't come outside, but we outside. We outside.
Now, who said black people don't come outside? Ain't nobody say that black people don't come outside. What are you talking about? Like, I was confused with that one. I was just like, what do you mean? They say we don't come outside, but we outside. So him and his little black crew there, and we see what happened with them. But you might be like, what just was him and his crew? We already see 3 people. Now we see him and them people, so we see almost 10 people. But watch this. This is going to get us to 10. See this young man right here? He want to get us to 10.
IRS agents in the middle of tax season. Also, the Trump tax, and they're alienating our allies with these tariffs. How do you alienate the people who you're supposed to be collaborating with and working with? It's ridiculous, and something has to be done. So we're taking a stand against oligarchy, taking a stance against Trump, taking a stance against Elon.
And I was like, wow. And the thing that got me with the young man is he's optimistic. He out there. He happy, and he just happy to be out there and feel like he doing something. So people that went out there, I wouldn't be upset with him or whatever. They did what they did. I wasn't going out there, but he did what he did. And all that, he went out there. Now, this is the thing. This brother is out there as well. But watch what he say.
It is nothing.
Now, watch what he says. He an eyewitness. He not watching on TV. He actually out there. Watch what he say.
Protest is about to start in like an hour, right? I just came by where the protest is at. I got to find somewhere to take a whiz. It's nothing but old white people and veterans. Y'all hear that? It is nothing but white people, they're pissed. It's motherfuckers who like had one dude had a t-shirt. He said, I'm a recovering MAGA supporter. Bro, I'm about to look. I gotta go find somewhere to whiz and I'm gonna go back because I got work in a little bit. So I'm only gonna be here for a second. So look, my people gonna be mad, but I came outside to see like how this protest is. This protest is about to start in like an hour, right?
So first thing he says is, my people gonna be mad, but I came outside because I wanted to see what was going on, right? But he said people gonna be mad because you know he kept saying, sit your black butt down and all that, right? I'm almost through. So now our sister right here, she gonna sum it up and say, sort of what we all thinking. She gonna bring it up a little bit. So I'm gonna unmute her.
Because if we would have went out there, y'all already know. So I have been watching the protests, the hands-off protests all over the country, and I'm going to say I am thoroughly pleased at the thousands and thousands and thousands of white people I see out there. That is amazing. It's a sea of white people out there fighting for democracy. I like to see that shit. I'm also proud of the black community because we all understood the assignment. 90% of us stayed home. Because 90%. If we would have went out there, y'all already know what it was going to be like. I'm also pleased to see that these protests are on the news channels in other countries. I don't know if our media will do it, but the other countries, I saw it in Germany, I saw it in France, French news, I saw it in BBC. Like they're broadcasting the shit around the world, letting the world know that not all Americans is cool with the fascist government that is the orange buffoon and Elon Musk. Now, I sure did not see police presence, which is really telling. I did not see police presence. I did not see police out there with shields.
See, all I said the same thing. The police was not out there like how they normally would be out there.
Police out there with shields and their fucking helmets and their nightsticks and their tear gases and their rubber bullets. Nope. But, you know, we knew that, right? We knew that. They don't bring that out unless we go out there. But I'm thoroughly pleased. There was thousands and thousands and thousands of white people. It was a sea of white people out there fighting for democracy. Keep it up. Keep it up while we're resting. Y'all got it. Y'all learned. Keep it up. So I have been watching the protests, the hands-off protests all over.
Yeah. So now we down to the wire. Our sister right here gonna bring home. You're gonna sum it up with our final thoughts. Sister right here that I follow on TikTok, she's gonna bring it home. So gonna let her break it down and go from there.
No coverage of the protests that took place on April 5th. There were protests that were taking place in all 50 states of the United States of America. All 50 states. Yet there was no coverage. We saw people going live. They were on Instagram Live, Facebook Live, TikTok Live, showing that the protests were happening. They indeed were happening. Mm-hmm. But why is there no media coverage on those protests?
Wow.
In the lives that I was seeing, that I was streaming, I saw that there were a lot of people out there. And surprise, surprise, there were a lot of white people and a lot of vets, right? And not only was I paying attention to who was in the crowd, I was paying attention to the police officers, to law enforcement, where they were, what they were doing, how did they look, how they were behaving, because I've witnessed, I've been a part of several protests, especially during the Black Lives Matter, and I know what law enforcement was looking like when it was you understand, those type of protests back in 2020. Yeah. So I was looking out in the videos, in the streams, looking to spot law enforcement, to see the barricades, to see law enforcement in fucking bulletproof vests with K9 dogs and batons and forcing and huddling everybody in one corner. I was looking out for that. But I didn't see it. I didn't see any of it. I didn't see any of the treatment that would have been out there, that we would have seen had a lot of Black people been out there protesting alongside those white people and those veterans. And that leads me into my next point. The reason why there was no media coverage showing all of these protests that were happening simultaneously in all 50 states was because it would have to showcase that it was all white people, old people, veterans that were fighting, literally saying that Trump is ruining this country. See, they're not going to listen to me and you, black, brown. You understand when we say that Trump is literally ruining this country. This administration is going to ruin this country. But if they see Mima and Papa, you understand?
Yeah.
They see their grandma, they see their veterans, their vets, their uncles, grandfathers, whoever, out there literally saying, I am a recovered MAGA supporter. Please do not support MAGA. If they were to see that in all 50 states, white people would have to think more. They would have to think more and open up their minds and get woke, the very thing that they don't want them to do.
And again, we don't mean woke like all that coming to this community. That's not what woke mean. But keep going, sister.
But y'all do know for a fact that if it was black people that was out there alongside with them, that's the crazy thing about it. Even if they were there, like some of them were there as allies during the Black Lives Matter protests, even if they were there, as soon as we were alongside them, best believe law enforcement would have been out there in full force. They would have been out there in full force. And best believe sometime during this week, we would have gotten some announcement of martial law being enacted. I just...
Because we done seen it happen too many times before, sis. So you definitely right.
Wanted to put that out there. So for all the people who is like, why weren't black people protesting? It was out of safety. And it's because we knew. We knew if we wasn't there, that it would actually be a peaceful protest. And it's not even to say that they were peaceful. If you were listening to some of the shit that these people were saying, they was rowdy, okay? But they still was met with respect. The type of respect that black people would have never been given. We've never been given that opportunity. We've never been given that privilege. And this is why we as black people have to figure out another way to boycott and another way to protest. Because going out there in the streets is literally a death wish.
Exactly. She summed it up very, very well. And I just got one more sister that's going to sum it up. And that's going to be it for us for tonight. So I'm going to let this sister sum it up the rest of the worship day. She won't say, my people stood on business. And let her sum it up for the rest of it.
They was ready for looting, rioting.
Oh, let's go back.
1 million police out there.
Let's go back to see what she talking about.
They did that big-ass protest yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if something going to change. Because to me, it looked like y'all was just out there chilling. I ain't going to lie, y'all did y'all big one.
Yeah, it was a lot of people, but she right. It looked like they was out there chilling. So it's like, is anything going to change because of what they did? Is Trump going to pay any attention? I don't think Trump going to pay that no attention. I think Trump is like, whatever. And for what I heard, what some people said, he was somewhere playing golf at the time with his head. Like, he really was unbothered.
But when I came to realize, I said, he's still going to do what the hell he want to do. He don't give a damn about y'all marching. No. He don't. Y'all just going to make him mad or... But you know what the real gag is? They didn't really like that it was peaceful. They didn't like that. They was ready for looting, rioting, 1 million police out there. Nope. Mm-hmm. I'm glad y'all ain't giving what they wanted.
Me too.
I'm glad my people stood on business.
Stood
and
on
set
business.
Y'all black ass down.
That's right,
I'm so proud of y'all.
I'm proud.
If y'all ain't never followed rules in y'all life, y'all definitely listened yesterday. Okay?
Yes, they did.
Everybody was minding their damn business.
Yes.
I seen people getting their hair braided. People
we was at service. It was Shabbat.
Out hanging out with their family. Them black folks was minding their business.
Minding our business.
And most of the ones I seen marching was out there having tours and shit. They out there recording river walks and everything, but talking about what they supposed to be talking about. I couldn't take this protest serious, but I gotta give it to them. They did their big one. They came out, showed up, showed out. Is it going to fix anything? Probably not, because Trump don't listen. He don't follow orders.
I don't say it fixing jack, but
let's hope it makes a change.
Let's hope it makes a change. That's all we can do, right? So that's a good way to close it out. I put that whole mirage of videos together for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed all of it. Hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Again, this is more informative than anything. I know many of my people going to watch it on a replay. I started to just make it into a video. I'm thinking about just going live just once out the week. Because I don't see like a lot of people be on my lives. They be watching it on a replay. I get hundreds of people watching stuff on a replay, which is crazy to me. Hundreds of people watch stuff on a replay, but the live, nobody. So I'm thinking I might just start doing more recorded shows and then just put them out. And then on the lives, just go live once a week. Maybe, I don't know which day I'm going to go live, but just go live once a week. Maybe when I do the questions and answers, go live for the questions and answers on Wednesday. I'm really going to think about that. I don't know, because when I go live, I know sometimes because I go live late and people really be asleep, but I think I just need to do the recording and then go from there. So I think I'm going to do that from here on out. We're going to see. We're going to see. Because I got to do the recording of this because I am kind of tired. But anyway, thank you for all of y'all that are watching. There might be some people watching. I can't really tell if you watching. If you was watching silently, Silence of the Lamb, I appreciate you for watching. Hopefully I said something on this show that got you. But I don't want you to leave just yet. We got our Artist of the Week. Don't want you to leave just yet. We got our Artist of the Week. And our Artist of the Week is none other than let me see. Artist of the Week is none other than, make sure I say that name right. God Will Music. God's Will or God Will Music. And this song is called I'm an Israelite. So that's what this song is. I'm an Israelite. Okay. Oh. Everything else messing up tonight. Why don't you mess up as well?
I'm about that life.
I'm about that life, cause I'm an Israelite. An Israelite. I'm about that life, I'm about that life, cause I'm an Israelite. Hey, come on. I'm about that life, cause I'm an Israelite. An Israelite.
Yeah. So they did that thing. That was our artist of the week, God Will Music. I'm an Israelite. Want to thank you all for being there with me tonight. Just want to bid you all a Layla Tov and Shalom.
Shema Israel.